Which cast member from Stranger Things is hoping for a wedding scene to get written into the script? Which actor wishes his character could go on a vacation to Florida instead of dealing with more monster tragedies? Which young actress has been added to the cast lineup as a regular for Season 4? Here's everything we know about Season 4 of everybody's favorite sci-fi horror show. Stranger Things is one of the most successful Netflix original TV shows we've seen in the past decade. From its 80s nostalgia to its supernatural mysteries, this show has already gained a huge and devoted fan base. 15.2 million people follow the official Stranger Things Instagram account, most likely to try and keep up with updates about the show. Well, look no further, because we've got the tea on Season 4. Or should we say, the Eggos. By now, most true fans of Stranger Things have already seen the teaser titled From Russia with Love. The teaser doesn't give us too much to go off of, but it's enough to get us excited for what's to come. The Duffer Brothers, who are the executive producers of Stranger Things, released a statement on February 14, 2020, saying, "We're excited to officially confirm that production on Stranger Things 4 is now underway, and even more excited to announce the return of Hopper. Although it's not all good news for our American. He is imprisoned far from home in the snowy wasteland of Kamchatka, where he will face dangers both human and other." Then in March of 2020, just a couple weeks later, the pandemic that swept across the globe caused the filming and production of Season 4 to be put on hold. Now, almost exactly 6 months later, production is hopefully going to start back up at the end of September 2020. Since everything with this pandemic has been subject to constant change, things are not set in stone quite yet, including the official Netflix premiere date. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't know the exact release date of Season 4, but knowing that things are moving along is good enough for now. What do we know for sure? Filming will be taking place beyond Atlanta, Georgia and New Mexico, and the 4th season is believed to consist of 8 or 9 episodes. The first episode will be titled Chapter 1, The Hellfire Club. We all know that the episode titles are super important, so what's the deal with this one? It's actually connected to Marvel's X-Men. In the old-school Dark Phoenix comics from the 80s, Emma Frost convinces Jean Grey to join the dark side. Jean Grey and Eleven have something huge in common: telepathic powers. Will Eleven be tempted in the upcoming season to potentially turn evil? Fans of Stranger Things undoubtedly remember that the 3rd season ended in the most explosive way, with Jim Hopper disappearing into thin air. Most people assumed he was dead. It was a dark, dark day. But that's what makes his return so exciting. The cast of Stranger Things is not going to let us down when it comes to taking on their roles for the 4th season. We will see Millie Bobby Brown back as Eleven, Winona Ryder back as Joyce, Finn Wolfhard back as Mike, and Noah Schnapp back as Will. Caleb Mclaughlin will be returning as Lucas, Gaten Matarazzo as Dustin, Charlie Heaton as Jonathan. So we've got all of our favorites lined up and ready to go. We will also be seeing Joe Keery return as Steve, Natalia Dyer as Nancy, and Maya Hawke as Robin. Priya Ferguson, the youngster who plays the sassy and precarious role of Erica Sinclair, has been added to Season 4 as a regular, also because she was such a hit with fans. Finn Wolfhard told The Hollywood Reporter, "What I think is so great about Stranger Things is it has the Harry Potter effect, where you can see how the characters and the actors grow up over time. The character of Mike is a part of me." He went on to say, "When Stranger Things ends, it is not going to feel like it didn't happen or that Mike isn't a part of me still. I think I will be ready to say goodbye, but it will be bittersweet. But we still have a lot of work to do with Stranger Things." Watching the cast grow up between the 1st and 3rd seasons has been crazy to see already. With the delay in production for Season 4, we're going to see the cast looking even more grown up with all of this time having passed by before they were able to resume filming. And thankfully, what Finn said is right. There is still so much more to be done with this epic and amazing TV show before it comes to an end. Millie Bobby Brown talked to Glamour magazine about Season 4 and said, "I trust the Duffer Brothers so much that it's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to love it no matter what it is. Eleven loves Mike. I want them to get married. That's what I need. I need a wedding scene for Stranger Things, period. If there is a wedding scene between Eleven and Mike coming up, we are totally here for it." And speaking of the character of Eleven, let's talk about what happened with her powers. In Season 3, she lost her telepathic abilities. She was unable to move the flipped car from the middle of Starcourt, and she couldn't even crunch a simple soda can. 3 months after that, we saw her failing to move the stuffed animal sitting at the top of her closet as well. Most fans of the show can easily predict that her powers will eventually return, but truth be told, no one knows for sure. Millie Bobby Brown said this to Entertainment Weekly about it. I think 11 is powerful with and without powers, so I think that's always an exciting journey to explore further. But at the end of the day, I have a giant collaboration with the Duffer Brothers, and I definitely have my input. But they are the storytellers, and I couldn't tell you what they're up to next. According to Pop Buzz, Noah Schnapp spoke about Season 4 and his character, Will Byers, saying, I know that I might have a separate storyline from everyone else, so we might be filming in another place. I hope he's happy, but really, I love when he's suffering because that's fun to play. We don't necessarily want to see the character of Will suffering, but clearly Noah Schnapp doesn't mind acting out a few painful moments for the sake of a good storyline. Mclaughlin talked to Entertainment Weekly about Season 4 and what his expectations are for the character he plays, Lucas. He said, I want to see more of his clutch moments. I feel like Lucas is the man with the plan. I want to see a lot of those moments, his battle moments, action moments, more of his relationship with Max. That would be pretty cool. Lucas has proven himself to be one of the more reliable and mature characters on the show. Seeing more of his winning moments will add to the awesomeness. On The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Gaten Matarazzo offered some suggestions for the 4th season. He jokingly said he would love it if the character of Dustin was off in Florida, far away from all the drama, enjoying his time on a family vacation, simply having a fun time. After everything we've seen Dustin and the rest of the gang go through, we completely agree that they deserve some relaxing vacation time. According to Games Radar, Joe Keery spoke about Season 4, saying, Oh man, it's pretty amazing. The Duffer Brothers have really done it again. I think that this year, and I know I say this every single year, but this is definitely going to be a lot scarier than prior years, because last year was pretty dark. Of course, the cast of the show is going to speak highly of each and every season, but hearing from Joe about how much scarier and darker this upcoming season will be has us more impatient than ever. When Elle caught up with Natalia Dyer, who plays Nancy, they asked her what expectations she has for Nancy in the upcoming season. She said, I see her as this person in pursuit of information and justice, and I can't see her putting that investigative nose down. I loved seeing the sensitive side of Nancy and the badass side of Nancy. I hope she's still going strong and that her instincts and passion remain intact. For everyone out there hoping to get some spoilers about Season 4, the producers and executives are keeping quiet. A fan asked the official Stranger Things Twitter account for emoji spoilers and only got the blushing worried face emoji as a response. We have some burning questions that have been lingering since Season 3 came to an end, and we are banking on the fact that Season 4 will bring us some answers. For instance, who exactly is the American? One of the soldiers in Kamchatka, Russia says, No, not the American, during the scene when the Demogorgon is getting fed. We want to know who he was referring to. Another question we have? How did the Russians even get a Demogorgon? The Demogorgon is a predatory humanoid from the parallel dimension, the Upside Down. The disturbing monster spent time harassing innocent people in Indiana, so how did he get to Russia? Is the gate to the Upside Down really closed for good? The Mind Flayer tried to spread toxic biomatter all over Hawkins with the ultimate goal of invading planet Earth entirely. The plan was cut off when the gate was closed because the connection between Earth and the Upside Down was severed. But has it been severed permanently? Anything can happen in the town of Hawkins, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched to find out that the gate is able to be reopened. How will Max deal with the death of her brother? Max and her brother Billy never really got along, but losing him still can't be easy for her. Plus, she lost him to the Mind Flayer, which makes it even worse. Where exactly did Joyce, Jonathan, Will, and 11 run away to? Are they ever planning to return to Hawkins? They have been so deeply part of the small-town, Midwestern lifestyle their whole lives that it would be hard to picture them somewhere else, like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, or New York City. The trauma of Hawkins would be enough to make anyone want to run away and start over somewhere new, so we don't really blame them for not wanting to go back. Is Nancy and Jonathan's relationship going to survive during the whole long-distance thing, or will their relationship eventually totally fall apart? Long-distance dating rarely ever works, but maybe for these two it won't be so bad. Only time will tell. Are we going to see Dr. Owens come back? His cameo in the season finale might be the last time we see him, but it would be interesting to see what else he's got going on in the future. Did he know what was happening under Starcourt Mall the whole time? Mayor Klein's political career might be over, but is there anything left for him to do? The last time we saw him, he was handcuffed. Without being the town's mayor anymore, does he have anything to offer the show? Now that so many mind-bending and extreme things have taken place in Hawkins, is it about to become a full-on tourist attraction now? Area 51 of Lincoln County, Nevada, in comparison, has become a tourist attraction since alien sightings have taken place there. Conspiracy theories and weird places are abundant, and that is what leads to curiosity. If the fictional town of Hawkins were real, curious tourists would be traveling there in flocks. A lot of people were assuming that Season 4 would be the final season of the show until Ross Duffer set the story straight. According to MovieWeb, he said, "Season 4 won't be the end. We know what the end is, and we know when it is. The delay has given us time to look ahead, figure out what is best for the show. Starting to fill that out gave us a better idea of how long we need to tell that story. Here's to hoping for a Season 5, a Season 6, and beyond." Who is already convinced that 11 will be getting her powers back? Which character's storyline do you care to see the most of in Season 4? Share with us in the comments, and don't forget to stay awesome.